Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the Extreme Forces Racing League and their ARCA division. It is the first race of their playoffs, and we are at Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia. And in the broadcast booth with me, first off, it is my good buddy, Ryan Fry. Ryan, how you doing, my friend?
A sack of hot dogs, and I'm ready to enjoy this race.
Speaking of sack of hot dogs, tell everybody real quick your little surprise to our wonderful Grand Marshal today, Grayson. What you did for him in the playoff race here at Martinsville.
I woke him up super early on a Sunday morning. Told him we were gonna go get something for his mother for Christmas, and drove the 4-hour truck ride to Martinsville and enjoyed the playoff race. Enjoyed, was it balls to the wall, whatever they called it for Ross Chastain in the wall. Enjoyed a couple of Martinsville's hot dogs and drove home that night.
Well, you were supposed to, at least in my head, to get that Grand Marshal video here, which would have been great. But very thankful for it and everything. And I don't know if TJ's back yet. We're gonna try it. TJ, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. How are you, my friend? And what are you expecting from this first playoff race here at Martinsville Speedway?
Well, this is going to be a little wild because these guys are topping out about 3/4 of the way down the back stretch, front stretch, whatever stretch, the paperclip that it is. So I'm really hoping no one overdrives it. It's Martinsville. I doubt they're going to be perfect. But, Ross Chastain did Ross Chastain things here. Do we see something like that tonight? I have no idea.
I don't think so. I don't know if these ARCA cars can hold it, but just so everybody knows, is they're getting the game over flag for practice because it's a different session. Everybody on the timing and scoring, if the driver is in a blue number, they're in the EFRL playoffs. The only exception is we have Mick Olofsson driving the number 3 for Farron Elam. Unfortunately, he can't be here tonight. So with that being said, qualifying has started, and right there on your screen, the number 99 of Lee Krause. But speaking of qualifying, since I happened to click over it, we're going to take you trackside once again for the Canadian National Anthem, because a little bit of me forgot. Well, we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. Kind of thought we already almost did it, but then I saw it on my little to-do list and it wasn't checked off, so that's my bad. But qualifying under the way, you see the 33 of Jeremy Lapenas, not in the playoffs, but if we had paint scheme playoffs, I think he'd be very high up in there. But speaking of paint scheme playoffs, don't think he's taken a time yet, and when he does, actually I don't think he's going to take a time. Ryan, explain to everybody what you have out on the line here.
Okay, so it started last year with Zachary Thornton. If a driver is attempting to win 3 in a row, and it has to be 3 consecutive races in a row. I know earlier this year he was on a roll but did not race a dirt race. That's why it didn't count after that. Will Cloud has accepted the WOE Ultimate Challenge. He will start dead last. And if he wins the race, there's $30 for him.
Now, mind you, he has to get through the field, and he has to do it in a relatively clean manner.
Correct.
There's no snowplow up towards the front.
Correct.
Essentially, if you're a wrestling fan, he is entrant number 1 in the Royal Rumble and must survive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Zachary Thornton last year did pretty well with it until he got caught up in a late race wreck at Charlotte. Actually, I believe it was the final race of the season.
It was.
Got caught up, I think, as the leader, if I'm not mistaken, or right there in the top 3.
I think he was finally making his way there.
He had made it back up there, yeah. So this is something I started last year. It just seemed right. It's kind of an old school short track thing where the guy starts going on a tear with wins, and usually it's a bounty for people to beat him. I didn't want to go that route with it. I wanted to give him a chance to win 3 in a row and put some cash in his iRacing bank account.
So, if everybody wants to take a look at the timing and scoring of qualifying right now.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to cut you off, AJ, but the other part of his little thing that he has to do, as you can see, if we can get his car on screen,
It's not going to show because it's not going to show.
That's right, he's not running a lap. But it won't be a Cheez-Its car this week. It won't be Zachary Thornton was Ben and Jerry's. He will be running a Wrestling Over Everything black and white paint scheme.
So, since we're talking about a bounty, quote unquote, for a driver who's in the playoffs starting at the end of the field, let's talk about the importance of qualifying here at a Martinsville. As we go to grid, we'll get those in just a second. Ryan, send it to your son.
Grayson, do it.
Drivers, start your engines.
And we are back, and let's run down that starting lineup for the NS 140 here from Martinsville Speedway. On your front row, it is Brandon Dunford and Tyler Aspinall. Row number 2, it's Jeremy Lapenas and Lee Krause. Brady Floyd and Travis Lapenas, row 3. Row 4, Frank Hughes and Brett Murphy. Row 5, Alan Warnicki and Brandon Richardson. Row 6, Bradley Stefane and Dominic Hughes. Row 7, Matthew Morneau and Dustin Dean. Row 8, Richard Groff and TJ Floyd. Row 9, Austin Green and Mick Olofsson running for Farron Elam. And row 10, Donnie Bartlett, Will Cloud. Now, I think it gave Will Cloud the 20th position based off of iRating. If you don't qualify, that's how they figure it out. I don't know if he's going to take the EOL.
He has already been handed an EOL.
Yep.
Okay.
And everybody is well aware that he's racing for $30 because Brady Floyd made the announcement.
Taking a look at that car, it's very heavily inspired by the NWO, and we love it.
Well, I think all three of us are wrestling fans. I'm pretty sure TJ and I don't match to Ryan's.
I mean, they don't call me the guru for nothing, but we got to do something with him because his deck lid says he wrestles like a baby.
All right. Well, this is gonna be fun. 140 laps around Martinsville Speedway. All right, TJ, starting with you. Who you picking?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I should put my own mouth on the line. Pick Will Cloud, because that's who I've been rolling with, and I said until somebody proves me wrong. But the man's got to come from the back at Martinsville. So if I had to make a quick guess, I'm gonna go with the 29 of Tyler Aspinall. But just know, I still believe Will Cloud can get it done.
All right, Ryan, who you picking?
Well, I'm not picking Will Cloud. I don't want to lose any money. I'm gonna take. I know I'm gonna step on your feet with it, but I'm gonna take the 33 of Jeremy Lapinus.
Oh, I'm actually gonna go with the number 20 of Brady Floyd as the pace card is in, and we are ready to go. Green flag in the air, and down into turn one.
We're gonna see a lot of
at the start.
We're gonna see a lot of early braking. I feel like on the first couple of laps, just people trying to get comfortable.
Well, TJ, you mentioned earlier they're hitting the chip 3/4 of the way down. What does that do to the handling of these cars?
I mean, it's like an odd sensation because like you're there and it don't want to go no more. And at that point, I mean, I guess it kind of gets you to like, okay, I can think about braking now. So it may actually help the drivers a little. It's just for me, it's such an odd thing to not have that power until you don't want it. Where, you have it until it says, okay, I'm done. It's just strange to me. So, I mean, I think it might help. Really? But we'll see. I've been known to be wrong.
Well,
Will Cloud's early getting himself 3 wide, trying to get as many positions as he can, starting from the back.
Well, you're bringing up starting from the back. I know Will Cloud couldn't qualify due to the limitations of what you guys have going on, but how important is to starting up front at a short track like Martinsville, TJ?
Now, with this many laps, it's not as important if it was obvious. You can work your way through here. The thing's going to be, if there's not a lot of yellows, you're going to be that far behind the leaders that it's going to feel like it's insurmountable. They're going to have, the way this track lines up, almost a whole straightaway on you by the time you get up to... It's not, like you're especially this one. I mean, Bristol's a lot more high speed. Richmond's a little more high speed. This place is so much more finesse. And it just, you feel like the guys out front have such an advantage because they are in cleaner air longer. Will Cloud, I don't expect until he somehow finds his way to the front, will ever feel like he's got a moment to breathe.
Well, I just want everybody to take a look at the scoring pylon. There's only 3 playoff drivers in that top 10. Everybody else is either 19th or lower. So there's a big, I don't want to say skill gap, but a gap between our playoff drivers as Will Cloud has already made it into that 19th position.
Top 20 man from 28th to 19th and moving.
And how much of that do you think is a Zachary Thornton in his ear coaching him through a difficult track like Martinsville?
I've been watching him, and, other than the moment he had earlier that Fry mentioned, he's been really clean with his moves, very precise, almost methodical even. Just, letting it develop.
In practice, he was 3rd fastest, so it's not shocking me that he's coming through the field. The only thing that I was seeing, and I don't know if he was just trying things, but after about 5-6 laps, he got a little loose and a little inconsistent and was making contact with the wall, it seemed like, on every laps that he made. So I don't know if it was him just trying things, but I think he's figured out this smooth, slow, and steady is going to possibly win him the race.
Well, it looks like our leaders are already getting to some lap traffic. Daniel Park currently in danger.
That's the other thing with this track. It's so, it doesn't take that long to get to the tail. So, like, Will Cloud being at the back can't wait to go. You don't want to be lapped. I hear
True.
somebody's having trouble. Maybe the 89.
The 89 of
Bradley Stefane.
Bradley Stefane.
And
He looks very slow.
and now he's getting I'm back to Will Cloud for a moment. Now he's getting to that mid pack where the competition is going to get a little bit harder. I think the ones in the back struggling with short track racing. Now he's starting to get up through the field and he's getting up to the guys that were close to him on lap times. Lap times for practice were only off, I believe, from him all the way back. We're only off by like maybe 2 or 3 tenths at most.
Well, there's Daniel Park in the 09 with leader Brandon Dunford right behind him. How important, and I'm just going to come out and say this, as the leader, yellow out on the course, Michael Steele. Yeah, playoff driver Michael Steele.
Sounds like the 68 might have tagged him.
And he had fallen back. He had fallen back quite a bit on this after the restart or after the initial start.
You know,
Yep. The 68 just got into him mid-corner. I think he was rolling through the center a little better than he was. And just a little tag. Doesn't look like any damage. Very good save.
no damage at all, but he's going to lose a lap because he has to let everybody by him. But, Steele looked like he couldn't gas up. He had a car right in front of him, and then just the 68 of Dustin Buck was like, all right, well, I can gas up, and just clips him and spins him.
Yeah, very good job, by the way, by Devin Smith, 95, to not run into him. And the 5 just kind of got stuck. Couldn't move.
While we're under this caution, I don't throw it to AJ about it, but it's good to see that 17 car on the racetrack after a long 2 weeks. I didn't think he was gonna race. He said he wasn't gonna didn't think the car passed through tech, but he's out there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Now, are we taking guesses? Is that Dean?
We have no clue.
I have no clue. They're on pit road. There is talk that he is letting his daughter, Brooke, get behind the race car and turn some laps. So,
Maybe
to my knowledge,
need a which quality is it segment.
Yeah. Let's see that. I'm gonna message him right now. One of you guys cover the dead air.
Not a problem. I mean, we've got known that
it
Jackson
90%.
occasionally runs for them. Dean obviously has ran. And I think you said Brooke would be a third quali that potentially could fill that seat.
I think
koala bear family over there.
I think AJ forgets that we cover 95% of the dead air with him. But anyway.
Oh yeah, you guys make it so easy. So I want to go back to that crash, and you said the 95 of Devin Smith.
It's the 85.
The 85?
I thought it was the 85.
No, it's a 95.
I'm looking there. It is. Thank you. We're gonna jump on board because I really want to see his reaction time to this during that caution. You're gonna see the tap, and there it goes. Holy cow! A lot of drivers I know it's gonna be funny because we're in ARCA cars, but a lot of drivers in that would just ARCA brake it and just go right into it.
No, he did a heck of a job avoiding it and himself and Michael out of trouble.
I think that was just a reaction. I think that was just Jeremy Lapinus laying down a banana and Michael still spun.
Yeah, I don't know. As long as he doesn't throw any blue shells, I think we'll be all right.
Why you throw one of them spike shells out if Will gets to the front? I wasn't disappointed.
I mean, it's not like he's got to
And
go
green
far.
flag
He
in
can
the
get away
air.
with a couple pink shells.
Love this camera pack. Ooh! stack up on the inside there, right behind the 18 of Dustin Dean.
The Rowdy Machine. Oh, the Rowdy Machine clicks the 7!
And we're still good. Brett Murphy, a playoff driver.
Very, very dangerous. And we have a caution.
Devin Smith, Josh Fox, and Michael Steele again, it looks like.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well,
I'm hearing like Will Cloud saying it might have been on him.
I don't think so. Because looking at it now, is that the 90 of Josh Fox? It looks like the 90 of Josh Fox is going to get into the 49 of TJ Floyd.
Figure out what Cloud was apologizing for.
Maybe he cut off the lane? Oh, but they're... Oh, Michael Steele gets pinched into the wall, and there goes the 12 as well.
Yeah,
that's the 17.
Not seeing what Will Cloud was apologizing for, unless he just because he took the lane away.
I don't know.
I thought maybe he was more involved in potentially EOL, but I don't see where he would get an EOL out of this. For anybody that doesn't know at home, they typically serve the driver that caused the caution with a end-of-the-line penalty. Which, I mean, to me, appears it's going to be somewhere...
I mean, I'd expect it to be given to possibly the 90 of Josh Fox.
Yeah, so what I think the 48 was apologizing for, if you back up, like, turn before the wreck, he gets into the 21.
Okay, well, I already hit live, so you're going to have to... All right. Oh, crap.
He gets into the 21, which stacks up the 45, and the very next turn, they kind of stack up again, but this time the 90 clips the 45.
So we're going to back that up.
It goes south from there.
Okay, so we want to see Will Cloud. Gonna go back into our far chase. We backed it up just about a full lap, TJ.
I think part of that, was Will took the 49's line away and he checked up and the 90 hit the 49.
Oh, we're seeing it here. And he comes to the inside. Oh!
He just gets a little out of shape and it just, it stacks up a corner later the same kind of way.
Yeah, and I think I called that where there was a huge stack up on the inside.
Well, when you said it, I was looking back, and it was near a black and white car, but I hadn't, they went another turn, and I didn't think nothing of it.
Well, lights are out on the iRacing pace car. I
They
still
did
think it's
not
like
issue a EOL, by the way. It was Racing Incident.
Oh, that's good. That's exactly what it looked like. But restarts are big here, especially if you're on the outside of that front row. You're going to try to get right behind or possibly get a nice run down the backstretch and take the lead, but we're going to have to see what Tyler Aspinall can do.
He's been really kind of methodical with it. He hasn't, I don't think he's been there all race. Been second and survived all these restarts. The leader kind of pulls away and he kind of hits the throttle and just gets down when he can.
Well, yeah, it works out good. He's going to hold on to that second position.
Sounds like the 99 might have jacked up the 20's rear end a little bit. On the restart, got him a little squirrely. They're all right.
Uh-oh, 99 on the apron.
Oh, and then he's going to get tagged by the 7. He tags the 7 into the 18. Here comes the chaos. Will Cloud avoids it.
He got punted.
Yeah, he's not happy.
If I was Lee Krause, I wouldn't be either. Because, he has a crappy entry into turn 1 to the point where he jumps over the grass and everything. Horrible. Back up on the racetrack, and he's a little slower, but the 7 just runs right through him.
Well, I mean, I think the 7 was trying to get under him, but at the same time, it's not like the guys behind the 7 were stopping him. I mean, if the 7 hits the brake, it's likely the 18 piles into him, and it's even more chaos. Ugh. A lot of guys got a piece of that. I think the 21 may have got the worst.
It didn't even look like there was a hole to the inside that the 7 was going to, and he just hits Stone Cold Steve Austin dead on.
Yeah, I just think he didn't react
fast enough
the way he needed to. I think he thought the 99 was going to get it gathered up, but it's such a. I'm going on board on my own screen. The 21. He's going to have a pretty good view of this. As it happened all up in front of him, and he got into it. Yeah, I mean, the 4 got clipped in there. Who was it that clipped the 4? Was that Will Cloud?
Here's the 21 of Donnie Bartlett, like you mentioned. We're going to go cockpit view of that.
Oh, yeah, he ends up with a big old view of the 7 machine. Front nose full of it.
Oh!
T-boned him.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to leave a mark.
Trying to figure out what happened to the 4 car. Because the 4 got turned in all this, and I think it might have been a checkup thing, and Will Cloud might have.
Yeah, I think Will Cloud accidentally turned him. We saw that on that screen.
So yeah, it looked like the 4 hit the 8 as he was getting hit by the 48. No real damage, it looks like. Just got turned and righted the ship and kept on a trucking.
Hey guys, I just realized this, and we not brought it up yet.
What?
Probably besides Will Cloud, the most consistent guy of this entire this winter's short series is not here.
Oh, Fair and Elam? Yeah, I brought it up.
No.
Jake Ellingson?
No. Keep going.
Lingerfeld.
There is no Kyle Lingerfeld tonight.
Oh, points leader ain't here. Oh, no, he's not points leader.
Warnicki's got a 2-point lead on him now. Will Cloud second with 106. And Kyle Lingerfeld at 105.
No, I haven't heard anything. I'm very shocked by that.
That's going to hurt, especially with playoffs. And how does this work? What's the ruling on Mick Olson running for Farron Elam? Does Farron get the points for it?
Yeah, I think so. And green flag in the air.
19 away again. The 29 gets another great restart. I'm going to get right down there and fill that hole. The 33 fighting off the 61. 18's going to get clear. The 16 little stack up behind the 72 with the other Hughes machine, the 83 car.
Ooh! Travis LePain is in the turn 4 wall.
The 8 got into the back of the 83 right in front of Will Cloud.
Well, it might have taken a couple laps, but he is almost in the top 10.
When them two decide to change lanes, that's got to be nerve-wracking.
Is Will Cloud going to make a pass to the outside?
He is in the top 10.
What a power move. You know that car's hooked up. If you can make a move like that on the outside, he might even potentially clear him. No.
Oh, in the wall.
Oh, he's going to clip the wall.
The fence. He got the fence. Got it. Driving it a little too hard, trying to do something with that 8 car.
There is some significant damage on the right side of that number 48.
I think right now he'd be better off to just choose his battles, fall back, and maybe try to get to the bottom of the 8.
Yes, there's significant damage, but we're at Martinsville. It don't matter. As long as our 4 wheels, and as he gets into the 8 car coming up off of 4, or off of 2, I'm sorry, but we're in Martinsville. These fenders don't matter.
Yeah, but which way your tires are pointing does. And we've seen how the right front or the left front tires would just break off these cars.
The 48 is clear of the 8 now. For anybody with PTSD, Jimmy Johnson just passed Dale Earnhardt. Junior. Those bring back horrific memories for me as a junior fan.
Oh!
Cloud loose!
Oh. I don't...
What a save!
Wow.
What a save!
And to be fair, he had this problem in practice after a run.
And we got a yellow.
Run,
Dustin Buck.
he would get loose. And the one thing that's not going to help him for this is, I mean, the cautions. Eventually, somebody's going to come to pit road, but these guys really don't need to. If they keep stacking these cautions up, they're not going to have to come to pit road at all. And if his car is getting loose on runs, he's going to be SOL.
That was a weird caution there. It looked like Michael Steele in the 5 slows up right as he passes the start-finish line, or just brake checks the 68.
Yeah,
the 68 just gets right into it.
That was strange. I see it. I saw it too, AJ, as you were talking about it.
Gonna jump on board with Michael Steele.
I mean, unless he was just really...
The only thing I can think of is they were side by side in front of him, and
he just may have braked really early. I'm also trying to figure out where the 10 was, because the 10 just kind of comes out of nowhere. Don't know if
the 10 of Richard Groff. He does come out of nowhere to the point where it doesn't even show it.
It just almost looks like he may have got him, but I don't really know. They are having bait.
You said they're having a debate?
Yeah, something about the 68 got...
Dustin Buck got caught by the pace car and is now a lap down.
Which, I mean, I don't really understand how he got... This is my opinion. How he got caught by the pace car. He was never behind the pace car.
Well, if he was spun out.
Or never spun out and essentially waited for everybody to go by, and in the process, the pace car passed him.
Well,
yeah.
But here's my thing with that. The pace car pulled off a pit road where he was sitting just prior to the entry of pit road. So really, he never got caught by the pace car.
It's not.
He just never cleared it.
It's not a tower call. That's iRacing putting him a lap down.
Well, my point being, I would arguing in his favor that he shouldn't have been. The iRacing call's wrong.
Correct.
Because the pace car exited the pit lane. It never actually passed him. It just picked up the leaders, before he got by them, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, we're gridding up once again, and your top 2 drivers haven't changed. It's still Brandon Dunford and...
Top 3, top 4, is Frank Hughes left 4th?
Well, he started in 7th.
Okay, so he definitely... Where did our 4th... Lee Krause. Okay, yeah, you got to... That would make sense. So yeah, the top 3 haven't moved. They've all been 1, 2, 3 the whole time. 5th hasn't moved. It's still Brady Floyd. Or at least he's back there, because I think he did at one point gain a spot. 19 gets clear. 29 going to go down and fill the hole again. A little more pressure this time by the 33 from behind.
It's still way early. We're only 47 laps into this.
Warnicki right in front of Cloud. There's going to be cars around. I think Cloud misses it all.
Oh, boy. There's a pile up.
Alan Warnicki. My goodness. And they just piled in behind him.
The 8 gets into Warnicki, who then gets into the 93, and then all this happens in reaction to it.
83.
83, sorry.
You're all good. It's the other Hughes dominate. And Will Cloud, again, just, clouds his way through it.
So we're going to go above the 72. Watch this. The 8 of Brandon Richardson is just going to clip the 72.
Well, it looks
But
like the 72 had to check up for the 16 in front of him
Yeah.
as well. And just
But-
again, Martinsville and chain reaction incident.
The big pileup happened
Really, it
just
was
behind them.
a huge save by the 72.
Got the 38-49, Nick Fuller in the 4, the 89 of Stefan, and the 99 of Kraus. 38 is Matt Morneau. And the 49 of TJ Floyd.
Yeah, them guys
Man.
behind all just kind of got caught up trying to slow up and stack up accordion.
All right, everybody. Well, we're under caution for the 5th time tonight. 50 laps into 140 lap NS Services 140. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Let's get this circus on down the road. We're taking bets about a tank and gas will go.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are getting things sorted out and getting ready to go again. We've had another crash. Doesn't look like anybody got terminal damage. Some fenders got a little more flared. Pace car is off. We're in the box. 19's down and away. The 29 not going to get as good of a launch this time. May not be able to get to the bottom here. Gets a shot from behind by the 33, the 61 of Frank Hughes, challenging for second.
How big is that for the 61 to be there?
I mean, I'm sure he's loving it. The Aspinall machine is probably going, man, I've held this all night. I guess I'll go back to third for now.
I thought Brady Floyd was going to stick the number 20 right in that third position and just keep Aspinall on that outside. And caution out on the racetrack, Josh Fox.
My goodness. When it
Oh,
rains,
God.
it pours. There's a pile up.
Where is Lee Bryce when you need him? Because that's a parking lot party. Oh, Aspinall in front of them first.
Oh my, yeah. Where did this start? 72's gone, the 8's gone, and
Oh, it starts
Seven-
with the 72 and
sounds
the
like
8
the
car.
8. Yeah, it
starts
sounds like
with
it's the 8
70
car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just inadvertently punted him, and then everybody got a. Oh, the 10. The 10 killed the 99.
And the 99 is going to be
That-
losing a rear end here in a second.
That's huge implications on points. Alan Warnicki is the points leader.
Well, he
Well, it
was.
doesn't look like he has a lot of damage though.
No, but he just cannot get like away from the chaos. He's been right at the center of it here for a number of laps.
Actually, the more I think about it, this could work into his favor, because depending on, and as they look and see that Stone Cold's hanging off the back of Lee Krause's car, if he hits pit road here, he ain't gonna have to stop again.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, Fry. You can go about 90 laps on fuel, but about 70 on tires. So could be very interesting to see what people do, but for the most part, you do have Alan Warnicki on pit road, the 10 of Richard Groff, the 99 Lee Krause. So
I don't know what happened with the 10 and or the 95. But 95 is 21 laps down. The 10 is 5 laps down.
I believe they were both in the earlier caution.
Dean is 1 lap down. Bradley Stefane is a lap, and Lee Krause is a lap. Now, did they fix the bumper on the 99, or did they just yank that sucker off?
I believe it's still on there.
So we bare bonded it back together?
They fixed it. They fixed it.
They put the chewing gum on that side and stuck it back together.
They tossed him a beer, he chugged it, and said, "Take me up and send me out, Cap."
Which speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, you want to see Stone Cold? Hit that subscribe button. Completely free, does nothing, and it unlocks the chat feature here on All-Star 15 TV to come talk to one of us, or if you have a question for one of the drivers, as Lee Krause is going to come back down pit road, probably trying to fix a little bit more damage. So yeah, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and helps us out.
I'll do the favor for AJ. If you like the channel, give me a hell yeah!
Oh, that would make me feel awesome to see a lot of hell yes in the chat.
It's good to see Devon in the chat tonight.
Get the tables.
All right, let's see what the 61 can do on the outside now. Some new faces up here as the 33.
Oh, he doesn't even
no
go.
longer in the top 5. The 19 gets away the way he has all night. The 29 fighting on the bottom, but I think he might not be able to hold off the 61 who clears him. And don't look now, but it's a huge party in the top 5. Dominic has made his way there as well. Oh, but he gets turned. I jinxed him.
Will
Will
Cloud.
Cloud is in it, but I think he'll be alright.
He drives away through it. I jinxed the Hugheses. I'll own that one. They got the Booth curse.
It's all TJ's fault. Everybody,
It is.
it's all What was the Call of Duty thing? F to pay your respects?
And
Press
Will
F in the
Cloud
chat,
instantly
pay your
goes to pit
respects.
road.
Well, here it is.
I'm trying to see where Will...
Travis
yeah.
Lapinus gets
Wow.
into the 83.
I have a feeling Will may have significant front-end damage. He got just a mouthful of that 16 machine.
Yeah, there is a lot of damage on the front of that 48.
Nothing he could really do. I mean, the 16 got into the 83, and he just couldn't...
Well,
I
the
don't think
steering
he's
doesn't look too
solid.
bad.
Oh, he had a normal pit stop, no delays, no holds.
I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised. I mean, he made, something I've noticed with iRacing. It's like if you make good, solid contact sometimes, it doesn't apply a lot of damage.
Is it me or does he look like he have a brand new car?
I mean, I'm going on
It
board
looks
the
pretty
rear.
clean.
Are we sure there is no fast repair?
Well, I'm backing it up to just after the crash.
Like, one of you two want to hit info?
I mean, I can hit the info, AJ, but that nose never crumpled, never received any damage from the crash.
Well, on my end, it was all grayed out and everything. Like, it was all scraped up. And now it looks brand new.
Zero fast repairs.
Okay, well, they buffed everything out.
Like I said, there's some times where it, for whatever reason, it's like if you make like a gentle, solid contact, it doesn't issue damage. It's a strange thing. I've had it happen to me. Racing next-gen cars, it's like a crash at Talladega. It's like I hit the guy just right. It didn't receive damage.
I think we're coming to get the one to go on this caution.
Will Cloud kind of, almost like a reset here.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. It puts them all the way back.
And unfortunately, what it does is it puts everybody that just pitted that last restart, was literally a lap or two ago, that came down and got tires. It puts them right in front of him. So it puts him on equal playing field basically with everybody in front of him.
Now look, he was around where the 18 was. The 18 was fourth, so he was. Well, yeah, Dominic Hughes was fifth. He was on the verge of finding that top 5.
Well, speaking of our top 5, our top 4 have yet to come down and grab anything, fuel, tires, or what have you.
I heard there were drivers saying they were fitting to.
And green flag back in the air, and a great launch once again for Brandon Dunford.
The 19 trying to get by that Hughes car. I think he may have gave him a little tap, bump. The 99's not happy.
99 just had to jump to pit road. Gonna take a quick look at this, see if we can get a view of it.
I'm trying to figure out.
I think he got spun by somebody.
No,
that was
it sounds like, because I'm looking back, he was at the tail of the field. It's like everybody just stopped in front of him and he stabbed the brakes and murdered the inside wall.
Yeah, we saw the murder of the inside wall, but that was about it. But looking at this 18 up 12 positions, Dustin Dean, Mr. 18 Nos Rowdy.
He's retired. Lee Krause is retired from the event.
Oh, he ain't happy.
He's had a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I don't know how the Edmonton Oilers are doing. Maybe it's reminiscent of their season.
Maybe you need to, maybe it's time to change it up.
Sounds like the quality machine is also retired. I don't know if that's in relation to Crash.
I don't think it's in relation. They're having some computer issues, but it looks like Daniel Park coming up on the incident report here.
He was on pit road.
Ooh, he got tagged by Brady Floyd. And that was it. No other contact.
Quali came off of pit road, went right back down and retired, and now is connected again, so... I'm just trying to get caught back up here and find the crashes that happened.
Oof. Freaking Devin in the chat goes, well, the Oilers are 14-11-0, tied 2-2 at the end of the second period. Maybe he went to go watch the game.
Maybe.
I doubt that.
Another crash that happened right in front of Will Cloud and avoids it again.
Well, here comes the 89 of Bradley Stefan getting his lap back. He's going to be now back on the lead lap.
That'll put 24 drivers.
Yes, sir.
And literally nobody else is one lap down. All remaining cars that are a lap down are 5 or more laps down.
I remember hearing stories about an event. I do believe it was on console, but it was still worth noting, of a driver that was in a similar situation. Managed to get all his laps back and ended up, I think, winning the race, as the story was told.
No, he did not win the race, because actually I won that race. But
I thought that was New Hampshire.
No, it was Martinsville, and he was as many laps down as what Devin Smith is. And 21 cautions later, he was back on the lead lap.
I remember that way too well, but New Hampshire was you and another driver. You don't have to pass me.
Yeah, that was you don't have to pass me. Martinsville was, you're not there on my screen, so I'm just going to drive straight through you, and I don't care, because it ain't going to wreck me, and I ended up winning the race.
So we've had a lot of different dancing partners at the front of the field. But no matter what,
the top 4 has been the top 4.
Well, no, the 33 was up there.
Oh, yeah, he was. Dustin Dean got there about 15, 20 laps ago, but the top 4 are the only 4 drivers that have yet to come pit, though.
My point there was we got a new dancing partner on the outside. Maybe somebody finally do something with his 19.
I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal it from John Bartlett in the chat. Look here in 5th and 6th with Donnie Bartlett, who at one point was a lap down, is now sitting in 5th, and Mick Olson sitting in 6th after starting 18th.
Mick channeling the old man in the Big E machine.
And green flag back in the air.
I think he made more laps in that car than what Dale Sr. actually did.
The 18 fell victim like most have to that 19 all night and fell back, but he's very much challenging that 29 on the outside.
Yes, he is.
Oh, and wheels around and collected.
Oh, it looks like he might have gotten punted by Mountain Dew there, the 36 of Dwayne Kernahan.
Yeah, it didn't look like a whole lot of damage initially.
Well,
if anything, it would be the hit off the 72.
Yeah, well, the 72
and the
got
5.
punted by the 10. That seems to be a pattern.
Yeah, the 10, I think, is not having a great day.
Everybody was checking up for
the 10. The 10 plowed through the 09 and the 72.
Well, guys, you got to look a little bit ahead of that. There was the checking up caused all that, but Will Fuller and the 7 of Brett Murphy were all sorts of out of shape, making everybody check up, and that's what caused everything.
Yeah, it looks like the 4 got on the apron. I don't know if he was forced. I'm trying to see it.
Oh, sorry. In the race chat, or in the YouTube channel chat, Jake Ellison in there giving props to Tyler Aspinall. These two usually bicker back and forth and have a good time, and he says he can't believe that he was saying that the 29 has showed a hell of improvement in his racecraft from last season. We sure do miss Jake's wonderful, colorful language in the driver's chat tonight.
Yeah, I wish I heard it.
It was always entertaining.
Holy cow, we got 20 people watching.
Did any of them give you a hell yeah?
A lot of them did. And I think Jake Ellingson said hell nah. Yes, he did. Well, we got 20 people watching. Everybody, if you can, hit that share button too.
We had a little post-race driver booth chat last week. It was pretty fun. We got to chat with some of the guys after the race, off broadcast. Nothing on the record, but it was a fun time. I think Aspinall, Cloud, the spotter Thornton, Jake was there. I'm trying to remember. I think Lee Krause popped in. Warnicki was there for a minute. I want to say 10 to 12 different guys.
Following up on the YouTube chat, Devon said Martinsville consistently brings yellows. Jake, I completely agree. You would have had a stroke if you were here.
Only if he was in it. He'd have been all right if he was in the situation of the 19. So what did this do to Will Cloud? Back to 19th again?
20th. And he's running.
He's sitting back there in 20th.
And he's running out of laps. He's got 40
That's his
laps.
biggest thing. It's laps at this point.
He's got 60 laps, right?
We're going to 140. We're on lap 80.
That's 60, not
It
40.
would be 60. Sorry, I'm thinking $30. Maybe I had a stroke. Who knows?
Go have another hot dog.
29 fought off the 18, but the 18 does the old outside in on him.
That's it. I'm hot dog drunk.
Fry's dreaming of hot dogs. He remembers. He's having flashbacks. Another yellow.
Oh, and yellow back out. Nick Fuller, Devin Smith.
Oh no.
The thing is, I don't think we're going fast enough to get, like, bad damage, so we're just going to keep having people... Oh, he's going to get into the 61, Nick Fuller, and send him right up the racetrack, blocking the whole track.
Nick Fuller got into Frank Hughes.
Yes, the 4 into the 61.
Yeah, you said it the other way.
Well, dyslexia is a pain in the butt.
Listen to him. He's trying to keep himself so PG, he's not even saying ass.
Yeah, anybody that watched the entirety of the stream last week, and I mean the entirety, like the final second, would have noticed another little swear jar. And
I have it next to me.
Are you gonna buy us? Are you gonna buy us dinner at the end of the season for the amount of money you put in the swear jar?
I literally have a swear jar here.
So do you like prepay like $3-4 prior, or?
No, I got money set aside for. I was like, click in there, and it's only when I'm broadcasting with you guys.
Wait. Are you trying to say we're the bad influence? I'm not buying it.
So wait a minute.
No.
You don't
Ryan's
get the word
the bad
in
influence.
edgewise in this broadcast, so you gotta make it drama by using cuss words. I see how it is.
Spicy. He gets spicy language when he doesn't get a word in.
Ah, crap. Well, we're under caution once again. 10th caution here on lap 84. Now, Devin brings up, or Devon, I'm sorry, Ryan. I didn't want to... He's questioning on why the drivers are driving in so deep. What? Kind of explain, because they're hitting that rev limiter 3/4 of the way down. Are they getting off the gas and then right back into it?
My guess is, I mean, to a degree, yeah, they're getting... I mean, for me, I would lift, brake, and as soon as I know I could apex and off, be back in that throttle.
But it looks like there's no give and take tonight. Is that like a short track thing, or?
It may just be the skill, you know, the skill level of the drivers is so jumbled from all the crashes too, AJ. You got guys that maybe aren't used to running around each other, don't know where, you know, say, I'd look back there, and Austin Green may not know where a Nick Fuller hits his braking zone, something. I mean, obviously, we've got Frank Hughes is back there. Hughes was at the front of the field. Austin Green's been all through the field. And Cloud's in the back area again. He's been through the field once and back to the rear and trying to do it again.
I feel like I always felt this way, and I felt this way from console games on, to be honest. It's your responsibility to pay attention to the car in front of you.
I agree, but you also have to learn their brake point, because
exactly.
No two drivers.
It is your responsibility to watch him and be prepared for him to brake at any moment.
I 100% agree.
If you're late getting on the brake pedal, then that's on you. You should be prepared, at least for the first 5-10 laps you're running behind that person, until you get comfortable. Know that if his brake points are consistent and you figure it out, then you're good to go. But until you rode behind the guy long enough,
oh boy,
we got another wreck.
There it is. Saw that coming in the back of the screen.
Who was it?
Well, you're gonna find out. I think it was the 83. Yeah, there he goes, and he's
poor
the
Dominic
09 of
Hughes.
Daniel Park.
Poor Dominic Hughes. Ever since I mentioned him, ever since he had that brief moment in the sun in the top 5.
Well, it looks like I think Travis Lapinus got into him.
Does the curse now belong to you? Did it pass off of me onto you for last week?
I mean, I didn't pick him. I just, I mentioned that he was in the top 5. Been death for him ever since. I don't think Lapinus got him, AJ. It was the 38.
38.
Hey,
sorry,
and,
both
Tyler
red and white
Aspinall
cars.
is disconnected due to packet loss.
Oh,
I was wondering where he went.
They were looking for him before the green flag, and evidently he got lost.
Well, he was blinking in and out. It didn't look that bad, but apparently iRacing's servers were like, nope, bye. See you later.
I mean, He's already 3 down. If he could get back quick, I mean, with the way they're having yellows, maybe. What did the 38 just? The 38 just said something. I'm not real sure.
The 38's been very vocal all night tonight.
I mean, he can't lay any blame on anybody but himself here. The 83 brake for the guy in front of him, and he didn't. Another one that Will Cloud narrowly avoids.
Now, for the people that are joining us this late in the race, we're mentioning Will Cloud a lot. And Ryan, why is that?
Will Cloud has accepted the ultimate challenge. He started dead last. He's trying to run through the field to win the race. And it's a $30 prize if he does so. This would be his 3rd win in a row. So we're keeping track on where he's at. Plus, out of everybody having the bad looks that they've had, I mean, he's sitting 2nd in points. Possibly, I'm not really checked the results to see where Allen's sitting at the moment.
3 spots ahead of him.
Yeah, so, and with Lingerfeld not here, Michael's still having issues for the most part. And then Brady Floyd, I mean, the points gap is going to tighten up immensely between
Michael Steele is right ahead of Cloud.
Oh, he is. I'm sorry. Last time I checked this all, I thought he was laps down. My bad. I apologize to Mike.
It looks like Warnicki even lost a spot as well and is only 2 ahead. So these guys are real tight.
Oh, but yes, that's a thing that we've started last year with Zachary Thornton. If the driver is attempting to win 3 races in a row, he can accept the ultimate challenge. There's actually
the WOE logos on it.
He either accepts the ultimate challenge or he can just accept the challenge. If he accepts the ultimate challenge, he has to start in the rear. If they just accept the challenge, then they can start. But it's only $20 to win then.
Little more risk versus reward. By the way, shout out Mick Olofsson up in 3rd right now, loving it.
How about Donnie Bartlett in 2nd?
Yes, sir. Them two have been kind of running mates all day. They've been right with each other. 33 finally recovered and found his way back up.
Mario got a mushroom.
Whoa. Well, you got to remember, pit stops happened. So once the top 4 pit, everything was going to get pushed back up towards the front.
20, somebody way off the pace out wide.
49 door slammed to 20 coming off of 3.
20 and the 8 getting together here. Cloud on the outside of Warnicki. Oh, the 20 breaks way early. It just really disrupted Will Cloud's entry. I think he was... Will Cloud looks like he has the speed right now to get by that 72 on the top. Not if the 20 is not making progress in front of it. Oh, and the 20 kind of chops the 72, but that allows Frank Hughes below the 48.
I think Cloud and Floyd are possibly teammates, too.
Warnicki gets loose with Cloud in the wall.
Cloud in the wall.
I mean, this is kind of huge right now for more than just a challenge. These guys are front point runners. I mean, we all know, Will Cloud's got the money on the line, plus he's trying to win himself a championship. Just don't know if he can get it done on that top.
Them two are door to door. And Brady Floyd is just trying to get him as past many people as he can before.
That's not good.
Cloud and Warnicki. Cloud's around.
Oh, and here comes more.
And there's still ARCA braking. There's the 19 of Brandon Dunford.
I think Cloud was trying to get down and just didn't anticipate.
Wow.
Quick enough.
Warnicki's got significant damage to the rear bumper. And spoiler.
He had that beforehand.
I'm going to be real interested to see if Cloud got caught by the pace car.
Well, we'll stick with it and find out.
Is a similar situation to earlier in the night. The pace car was coming out.
No, I think he's good, but I think Dunford does. Oh, we'll find out again. Let's stick with it. Oh yeah. Does he pass it? Oh, he does.
And he's not lifting for it, so I assume they've cleared him by it.
Well, everybody, we're going to take another quick commercial break. When we return, it'll be the restart, probably right around lap 105.
Let's get this circus on down the road. We're taking bets about a tank and gas will go.
And we're back, and we're just about to go green. There is the pace car on pit road. Dustin Dean, Donnie Bartlett, your front row, and away they go. 18 with one hell of a launch. That's going to bring Brett Murphy right behind him.
And the 8 with a big gain there. Kind of just... the 36 is complaining of something being stupid. I didn't see it. Trying to find it.
Oh, 36 is Dwayne Kernahan.
Yeah, I don't know what he's complaining for. I didn't see it, and I'm not sticking around to find out. These guys are still dogfighting at the front.
I really love this center field cam. This is nice.
Pretty good fight here. Brady Floyd trying to get by Mick. Mick got caught on the outside and having such a good run up in the top 5. He's going to have to work his way back up in there.
Well, reminding everybody, Brady Floyd is driving that 3 car for Farron Elam, who couldn't be here tonight.
Mick Olofsson is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yes, Olofsson.
I didn't know snowmen could have children. Evidently, here's Mick. Little Disney joke for anybody paying attention from nerds doing nerd things.
Well, Susie probably is. She turns it on while she's doing homework.
I was going to say, what does she do? Turn it on when she goes to sleep?
Well, that too, but you guys are way too entertaining to fall asleep to.
Oh, we try, but not really. It just happens. Yeah. It just comes natural.
Somebody's got to carry the load.
Oh, Will Cloud looking to get under that 72. Just a little update.
It's kind of like her on Tuesdays for your podcast.
Hey, zippity doodah.
Zippity dee. The Will Cloud update is he is ahead of the point leader. Well, current point leader may stay, may change. Who knows? Back to the front.
Well, you know who's going to take a huge hit in points? The one driver that isn't here.
And he always lingers, but he's not felt tonight.
What?
That one landed like a dad joke. Oh, wait, I am. Dustin Dean just kind of setting sail here. Would really love this to stay green. Will it? I doubt it, but who knows? I've seen stranger things, literally. Don't look now, but I think somebody on fresh tires is really coming through the field.
Well, Frank Hughes in that 61 is
And there's
flying.
a yellow.
Is that for Dwayne Kernahan?
Yes, it's for the one that called everybody an idiot earlier.
Looks like he just got on the binders earlier than... Oh, maybe not.
He got it on too hard.
Well, he...
Sometimes
He
you can't
spun
go.
out.
Sometimes you just can't go in too hard. You gotta ease it in.
It looked like he clipped or missed clipping the wall in the straightaway and never really got it righted.
And Fry with the innuendo for the night.
Innuendo my Nintendo?
No, but
Mario?
going into three, it looked like he stepped on the brakes a little too hard.
Yeah,
and
like I
just
said,
spun it out himself.
he was really fishtaily and about mid straightaway, and I don't know if he ever really gathered it up.
Freaking Jake Ellingson.
That's right, Jake.
In the
That's
chat.
right. Maybe his Mountain Dew bottle fell on the floor and it got stuck on his brake pedal. I don't know.
So I'd like to report that, in all of this tonight, my pick dropped out of the race and 28 laps down. So for once, I'm not going to get it right.
I think the curse has moved to you. I think the move of the week or the move of the year is me picking the same guy as you last week.
I mean, to be fair, he was running great until he dropped out of the race.
Well, they're all running great till they drop out of the race.
And look at this, the 89 getting another lap back, putting him now on the lead lap.
The one I really hope, if they can find a way back, is Brandon Dunford. The 19 dominated the early part of this race. I think
And he
didn't give it up till he pitted and then got in trouble, and he's 2 laps down. If he could get back on the lead lap, maybe he could make a run through the field.
Well, now the only driver yet to pit is our leader, Dustin Dean.
I mean, how many green flag laps have we actually turned in this iPacing?
Yes, not a lot.
I mean, as long as he's saving fuel, I can't imagine his tires got all that eaten.
Because unfortunately, as broadcasting is doing stats and everything, pretty sure we've ran 3/4 of what we've done so far under caution, if not more.
I mean, it sounds like a typical iPacing event at Martinsville.
It does sound like Martinsville.
Just to give you guys an idea on how much iPacing we've done, Will Cloud's fastest lap was on lap 10.
Trying to find out who is the fastest driver in the field.
One behind the wheel.
No, I'm looking for the one with the fastest lap, and that is Dylan Dunford, 1988. This is the part where TG goes, hey, that's the year I was born, which I really don't know.
I mean, it was a good year. I'm just saying. Where do you see Dylan Dunford with a good lap?
Brandon Dunford.
Brandon Dunford.
I'd say the year before that was
1988.
better, but that's just me.
Literally, just you.
That
Pace
year was
car
so-
ducking away.
Well,
The 90 has found his way to the front here towards the closing stages.
ooh,
Oh, the
Brett
7
Murphy.
doesn't go! I murdered another driver!
The 7 doesn't go. The 7 spins tires really bad.
Did they spin behind the 7? There's a huge gap. Oh
I
my!
thought they did.
If they did, I don't want to. Oh, and they wreck in front of them! Oh my!
Holy parking lot party here.
Oh my!
You're gonna see this. The 7's gonna spin the tires and just block the track.
Boys. Oh boys.
Look at this, and everybody just gets involved. Except
Don't
the 48.
Look now. Fry, how's that $30 feeling?
Well, since it's digital money, it's not going to hurt my feelings that much.
Because, again, another one that I don't know how he keeps finding his way through. But literally, as if the seas parted, or I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the clouds moved out of the way, Will Cloud went right through the middle.
Well, do you want to go? You want to go on board with the 48?
I kind of
would.
agree with Jake in the chat that should have been a caution a lot faster than what it took.
Let's find that 48. We're gonna jump on board
Just how does he get through?
and see his brown
does he
pants
get
moment.
Through. I mean, you know the old saying, it's better to be lucky than good? Hello, Will Cloud.
Well, maybe he had Moses in the car with him.
Holy mother of Moses, he went right through there.
You ever watch Bruce Almighty? All this horsepower, no room to gallop.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what we are seeing. He has... he had 35 laps, and here he is in half of that in the top 5. And Mick right behind him. This one kind of is going to kill Brandon Dunford.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, Austin Green's a lap down. The thing is, though,
He can probably take the wave around.
he is ahead of the leaders. He might get a wave around.
Well, not a might. He should.
Well, I don't know if he's technically 3 down.
Well, he's not gonna get the lucky dog, but he's gonna get a wave around.
Is he?
Yep. 'Cause there he goes.
So they're issuing the EOL to the 7.
Which makes sense. He did stack up the whole field. But here we go. Pace car is back in. And we're less than 20 laps to the scheduled finish.
They called it off. This caution's got extended.
I'm really surprised. Like, I know he's the one that stacked it up, but I mean, he didn't actually.
So they called it off. They're going to have to slow down for the pace car, I think.
Pace car weaves his way right through the hole. And, I mean, Will Cloud gained another one.
Right
I don't even
back
know
in.
how he went from 5th to 4th, but here he is.
Pace car was out for a straightaway.
If Will Cloud, I mean, he has the card on the outside here. Oh, the 33 spins. Go to the bottom, Will. Go to the bottom. Oh, my. This is going to be a very, very interesting 15 laps.
Well, how many more cautions do you think we have in the 15 laps?
I don't know, but as long as it isn't in the top. Oh, there's another one. Oh, Will, don't hurt him. Don't hurt
Dwayne
him.
Kernahan, Bradley Stefane. Let's see it. Here's Dwayne Kernahan.
Sounds like the 33's parking it.
Ooh, the 36 clips the apron. And then gets spun by the 89. Yeah, and there's Jeremy Lepenis.
I don't think he... Sounds like he didn't have damage. Sounds like he's just got life to deal with.
Let's see. Yeah, he's just going to pull over.
He mentioned something about having to get the kids to bed.
Count if my pick just parks it?
I mean, if you want to get technical, I still kind of picked Will Cloud. I'm rolling with it. This is just unbelievable. I mean, is this not a Will Cloud race? Right? I mean...
No, this is a Jimmy Johnson race, if anything.
I mean, the guy has had trouble. He's hung around. He's fought. And here he is. Going to be restarting behind the leader with a 10-ish, 11-ish lap shootout. Mick still hanging top 5. I really hope he can hang on. I know he wasn't as strong on the outside, which is where he's going to be this time. So hopefully he can find his way to the bottom. That 18 machine, we've seen him have some strong runs this year. Brandon Richardson up there.
And still yet to pit.
Like I said, I don't think he's gonna. Obviously, at this point, he's not gonna. The question is, I know Will Cloud has fresher tires. I don't know the situation with the 8 because there's so much chaos tonight. I haven't kept track. Love the voodoo on that thing, though.
Makes me think of that song.
Can you tell me who sang it?
Fuck.
No, that wasn't it, but that's a good one for the swear jar.
Oh, shit. Oh, dang.
There's another. Yes! Boom, boom, double! AJ got really God-smacked there.
It was Godsmack.
Got him.
What's messed up is that was so genuine and everything right there. That could not have been planned whatsoever freaking ever.
I love it. I love it.
This is now a mission each week is to get AJ frizzled enough to say the F word.
It's not frizzled. It was just like I knew the answer and my brain was like, "Yeah,
we're gonna
what
have
is
to
it?"
Buy him some cheer wine.
No, what needs to happen is I need Peyton, who does all my graphics, to make an AJ swear counter.
Well, we're at 3 of the F word.
We're gonna need a bleep for you before too long. Base car is down and away. 18 controlling the restart.
Can we get the pause button?
Away. The 48 almost right on him. Oh boy.
He's gonna take second place.
Green? Can we stay green long enough? That's all we need. Well, all I want to see is I pay. We just need a green there, and I don't think they're gonna stay green. They're bumping back by the 7 and the 20. Oh my, Will needs a lap, maybe 2, and I think he's gonna be there.
Oh, what about a lap or two?
Is he
What are you talking
gonna go to
about?
the top? He's gonna do it on the top.
Does the 18 be like, I want half?
I'll take half now, and I'll take half in 5 laps.
Oh, but he's
Will's
fighting
got
good
the
on.
car. He just.
Oh, he's giving the bumper.
That was going to be one hell of a run if he was able to cut underneath the 18.
I think he's gonna have to go to the bottom to do it, and he's better hurry because that 8's hounding him. One more turn like that. And out of the turn, hammer the throttle and go. And there's the yellow. And he gets. Saves it. Whoo!
Well, it looks like Dwayne Kernahan again.
This is gonna put him on the outside. I don't think anybody's fought off the outside tonight. Will may be the guy to do it.
Ooh,
If not, maybe he can
Daniel
get race
Park and-
bottom.
If I'm
And Bradley
the 18,
Stefan.
I'm rethinking my restart strategy.
This is gonna be wild. We're gonna be in overtime here.
So we need to find the 7. Because the 7 gets spun by the 49. Here it is. Oh, the 49 gets in there way deep.
Ooh. He did. The 49 got him, but he got him straightened out. And what was the yellow for? Other incidents?
Behind that.
Okay. I
Wayne
figured.
Kernahan. So let's go see what everybody's talking about in the chat.
AJ swear jar
Cautions
moment.
out. Why'd somebody say something again?
AJ,
I don't know.
Jake is gonna make a clip of you swearing.
Oh God, I hope not. That's like blackmail to the millionth degree. You want this guy to be your broadcaster? Think again.
Jake
No.
wants you. Jake said he wishes we could broadcast his ARCA race. Now he's got blackmail on you.
Hey, I only broadcast 3 times a week, so.
And Jake says it's happening now.
I kind of wish Jake was here. I'd like to get a Clementine update. I missed those updates. See how his niece is doing.
Oh, it's wintertime.
Yeah, but I thought when you're down south, they just don't stop racing. They just put a coat on.
Serious question for you guys, just unrelated to racing in general. But do you guys buy clementines at your stores? Because we've got none in the north.
Yes.
No, I haven't seen it in a while.
But wait 1 minute. Devon?
Get the
That-
table.
No. Make a comment like that again, and you'll be under the table.
Uh-oh.
Chase Elliott does nothing wrong.
Chase Elliott thinks Parmesan wings are too spicy. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. You don't bash the good damn name of Chase Elliott.
Well, the Elliott name. That the good was his father.
By the way, somebody's in the room.
Oh, shoot. Let's talk to him.
We're getting ready to go green on the green-white
Hey,
checker.
hey, Jake, we're getting ready to go green. We'll talk to you in just a little bit, my friend, because we definitely want that update. And, you know, how much money do I have to send you to delete that clip?
Ain't gonna happen.
Pace car is down and away, boys. This could be the one. The $30 is right in front of Will Cloud. Will it happen? 18 waiting, go.
There you go. That's what I was
The eight-
waiting for. He
The 8 gonna
changed
keep him
his.
to the outside.
He changed his restart at that time.
Will needs to get by this 8 or it's gonna be all over with. And an
The
instant
caution's
yellow.
already out.
Where did they mark it? Did the 8 get second or third? That's gonna be huge for the restart. I'm waiting to see it pick up here. Brandon
gonna-
Richardson, P2.
We're going to take a look at this wreck. Warnicki gets into the 90, and the 90 just can't save it. But in front of them, Mick Olofsson and the 49 again get involved.
Now does
Will
he Clint
Cloud-
Boyer into one?
Will Cloud just said on the driver channel, this one time I may be happy that I got past.
God, I remember the Clint Boyer. What was that? Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson,
It
Ryan
was
Newman.
Jeff and Jimmy. Boyer got in underneath them. The 3 of them spun. Newman got through. Junior was like kind of getting through, but got some damage and didn't quite get as through as Newman did. And I want to say McMurray, maybe? There was a third car. I just don't remember who it was.
Well, it looks like is that Kernahan that just got their lap back? Yeah.
If I'm the 18, I am changing my restart one more time. Now with Will behind me, I would want to drag it as much as I can before taking off.
Well,
I don't know.
we
With
are-
as strong as Will's been, I might just take off and try to get as much gap between me and Will as he can because he's only got to hold him for 2 laps.
If anything, he's got to hope that he can get Will off time so that the 8 can slide down in front of him.
Potentially, yeah. Throw a
I mean,
block.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Pace car has led the most laps tonight.
No, I'll give it the $30. I'll give it to him and Barney the flagman.
Isn't it one of the Bodines that does the pace car?
Brett used to do the pace car. I think he's now just an official.
Buster Otten at one point. I don't know who drives it anymore.
Man, I've never seen the YouTube chat blow up like this before. Thank you, everybody watching at home. Hit that like button. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe to the channel, too, to come talk to us and enjoy the fun that we're having over here.
See what happens when you drop F-bombs? People come in to hear it again.
Dude, I try not to.
Exactly, and then we can make clips of it.
Maybe we
and
need
then
an
we
ultimate challenge next week of AJ if he has a 3rd F-bomb in a row.
No, this is
that'd be number 4.
This is 3 weeks in a row. Next week will
Is
be
it?
4. Yeah.
Oh god. All right, so maybe this week we need the double beer Stone Cold chug. Next week we put you through a table like a Bill's Mafia.
So AJ, if you're going for
What
4 in a row, what are you paying us?
I'm not... Well,
Pace car down and away, boys. Is this the money restart? Can Will Cloud get it done? 18's waiting. Goes. 8 spins the tires. That's going to help Cloud.
that's going to screw up everybody, and there goes Warnicky.
Oh, and they're not done wrecking. If I was Cloud, I'd have lifted.
I think we're still green.
We're still
Wow,
green.
I can't believe it. Does he have time in 1 lap? That's a huge gap.
I don't think he does.
I don't
Well,
think he
TJ, what is
does.
it? Coming to the white flag.
Race ends now. Next flag. Cloud closes huge, but he's going to close even more here.
The wrestling over everything white flag.
Is it going to be the wrestling over everything $30? I don't think so. I think that 18 Rowdy Machine's going to stay good, but Cloud sends it trying. Should he have chastained it? We'll never know, but he's going to die as he gets down to the turn and saves it.
Dustin Dean, not pitting at all
Wow.
this race, is going to win the NS 140 from Martinsville Speedway.
Man,
Followed by
oh
Will
man.
Cloud and then Brandon Richardson.
That was so close for Will Cloud. I really got to wonder if he'd have Ross chastained it if it would have worked.
Well, they tried it. They tried it earlier and it didn't work. And before we get to any of our interviews, we got Jake Ellingson up in the broadcast booth. Now, Jake, give us the update that we very much enjoy hearing here on All Star 15 TV.
Oh my.
Well, we closed out the season back in September at Slinger Super Speedway. Pagan finished 4th in points overall, which is outstanding. She had learned a lot over the year. We overcame a lot of adversity with the car. Early on in the season, we blew 2 motors in back-to-back weeks. Luckily enough, our friends out at Great Northern Legends, they loaned us an engine for the entire year as a part of like a sponsorship type thing, and we got to use an engine for the entire year so she could run, and she ended up 4th in points. Over the course of our winter break that we're having, we're starting to build onto some bigger and better things with Pagan. We just got ourselves a late model chassis for her that we're going to be working on over the course of the next year. You know, that's going to be a big learning experience for the entire team in and of itself, considering none of us actually know how to even work on a late model. But that'll be a big learning experience. And then throughout that 2024 season, She's going to be progressively working herself into driving a late model. So,
Oh wow, nice.
so that's the plan for this year. Right now, we still have yet to tear apart the car and start our
Well, go enjoy the
winterization.
holidays first.
Holidays aren't a big thing for me. I do it for the kids, for Pagan and my daughter Madison, but I'm not a big Thanksgiving and Christmas person.
Hey, I'm just there for the food.
Are you there for the food or there to swear for the food?
No, my grandmother would whip my butt. She's old-fashioned Italian. If she knew I said those words, I'd be in a lot more trouble. I shouldn't have said that online.
So even more reason for me to make a few clips for you.
Not for him. Not for him. You send them to me or TJ.
A deal.
Or both.
Deal. About $20 a piece. Is that what we agreed on?
Half now, half later, right?
Oh, here's the extortion we're talking about. But Jake, thanks for coming and talking with us for a little bit, pal.
Not a problem, guys. I always enjoy the broadcasts, and hopefully the racing will be a lot better next week at Kentucky.
All right, dude. See you later, my friend.
Catch you.
All right, TJ, it's going to be your favorite part here. Well, take it away, my friend. Here's the race winner, Dustin Dean.
Dustin Dean, you got a copy.
Oh, loud and clear.
So, no pit stop, move of the race?
Yep, that was not my plan going into this, but there was no way I was getting back in that chaotic mess back there. And so the cautions just kept coming, and I was like, wait a minute, we might have a chance at this. And sure enough, I have 0.1 right now. If another green, white checkered would have came, I'd have been done.
That's crazy. Just super impressive run. I mean, you really just got up there and held them off for all night. Great restarts.
Yeah,
That
man. Yeah, I could not believe how the tire fall off was just not as bad as I thought it was going to be at all. I was able to hold off guys with 80 fresher laps. Well, we ran under caution so much. I don't know really how much that mattered, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, you had a great final restart there. We were watching and you played it. Fry was talking about, were you trying to change up your restarts on the little different every time to try to fool these guys?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think it was any secret that Will Cloud had the car to beat there at the end. I mean, he was catching me. If we would have won a couple more laps, he would have got me. So I knew I had to get out there. I knew I had to win it in the restart. And if he came to me, I wasn't gonna fight him too hard for it.
He definitely would have benefited from less yellows there in that final 10 laps, because I think the green white checkers worked for you, because you could just kind of scoot out in front and they wouldn't have time to attack you enough.
Oh yeah, and I saved so much fuel. Yeah, there was no way I would have made it without all the cautions.
We were really wondering if we would have seen a Ross Chastain move, because he had $30 on the line to win. He didn't, so.
Well, there would have been an automatic. There would have been an automatic DQ. We were told before the race in the drivers' meeting that we couldn't do that, even though we all wanted to. Let's be honest.
Yeah, oh yeah, Ross Chastain has set the precedent run now. But a good run, super impressive. Any sponsors you want to plug?
No sponsors really. I just want to thank my family for allowing me to do this. My beautiful wife of 9 years. I know I got some family out there watching as well. Want to say hello to Papa K, and yeah, thank you for everybody that's supporting this league. Thank you for you guys for putting it on and bringing us the best broadcast in the business.
Oh, we appreciate that greatly, and more than you'll ever. Thank you for being the man to put on the show tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Do what it is. All right. It is time for the driver that finished P2. I'm in the wrong chat.
Himself.
There we go. Move the wrong person. It's time for the driver that finished P2. And Ryan, do you want to take this one?
Sure, why not?
Well, you're the one that with the money on the line, so here you go.
And just finish.
Here's Mr. Will Cloud.
I got
Will? Well, you got a copy?
Yep.
Very tough race. I still have $30 in my pocket.
Barely. Barely.
Barely is still in my pocket. What a hell of a run for you tonight. I think you went from front to back 3 or 4 separate times.
I mean, basically, I started 28th. From like 7th, got involved in a wreck, caused the wreck, and then I don't know what happened. There was one caution where I went from like 15th to 5th, and it's kind of unfortunate to come up this short because Dustin Dean never pit. I knew he was on old tires, and just so.
Do you want the really bad news?
I know that he was gonna run out of fuel. One more caution. I know. That's the bad news.
Was him changing his restarts hurting you on launch?
I mean, I just was getting too antsy with it, and I would get too much wheel spin. And he on that last start, I know I restarted third. I got an okay start, but I was probably like 2 or 3 car lengths back by the time that I got cleared to second. And to run down a few car lengths in one lap at Martinsville is going to be a challenge, regardless of tires. I'm still happy for him though, because that is a great run. He was the only one to stay out the whole entire race, and he made it work. So got to give him credit there.
Well, if I can give you one thing to look up on is, I believe you will leave here the points leader.
Yes, that is correct, which is always nice going into the elimination race at Kentucky. Considering that in the Truck Series last week, I may or may not have sped on pit road at that same track. So hopefully I can have a better run next week than I did in the trucks there.
Well, we'll see if you can win 2 more in a row and go for it again.
That's the goal.
Good job. Good race. See you
Thank
next
you.
week, pal.
All right, that's Will Cloud with Ryan Fry. All right, now TJ's made it to our third place driver. Now that I actually didn't throw myself into a different chat this time.
Quick, when you threw yourself into the other chat where nobody could hear you, did you say the word again?
No.
No, whatever.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yes, you will. It was still on broadcast.
Oh, well.
Maybe
Maybe
Brandon Richardson.
he lost us. That would have been our time to.
There you go, TJ.
Brandon Richardson, you get a copy.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I've talked to you at some point, but I can't remember when it was. How's it feel to come home P3?
My first race in a couple weeks feels pretty good. I didn't think I had much of anything, to be honest. And wrecks kept happening. I kept capitalizing, and here we are. So I'm thankful for it.
You had a pretty good run for the most part. I mean, you were up front a good chunk of this race. You got back a couple times, cautions and stuff. Good finish. You really played a factor there at the end. I mean, you were third, then you were second, and start games, and just strong run. Any sponsors you want to plug? We'll get that out of the way.
Well, I mean, the guy that does my wraps, Voodoo Graphics and Designs, he actually doesn't do it anymore, so I would plug him, but I can't really now. So I guess just everybody at SCR Racing that helps me out here with trying to be faster, and my dad, people like that. So yeah, but it was fun. I got kind of upset there when we were at one of the green white checkers and Will had passed me, or I had passed Will, and I was starting on the outside. And I was like, that's not where I want to be. And that just happened to be the last green white checkered. So I knew he was going to throw it in there on the inside. And I just kind of let him go and hope that him and Dustin would get into it. And they never did. So, oh, well, I'll take a P3.
If you had caught one more yellow, the 18 would have had to have pitted, been out of fuel. So it would have been you and Cloud heads up.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's how close it was. The 18 never pit today.
Oh gosh. And you know what's crazy is I told the 19, he was in our SCR chat, Brandon, and I said, hey man, I don't think you need to pit. We're gonna get a lot of cautions. And he was like, no, I think I should pit. And then he pit and he was back in there and all the mess. And it's
he never could recover.
Yeah, if he would have stayed out, he would have probably been up here. So that kind of sucks. But at least one Brandon got in right on the team. So I'll take it.
That's right. You had a good run there and just super impressive. I mean, it's Martinsville. This place is tough.
Yeah, I from what I heard, it's not returning next year on the schedule. So there's a lot of people that are glad. So yeah.
Well,
I
it's
wonder
weird with these
why.
cars how they top out like 3/4 of the way down the straightaway.
Yeah, you were
Really odd.
definitely pegging there, especially if you got on it a little bit earlier and tried to get a cleaner exit off. You were pegging like halfway through. It was insane.
It's just really weird. So I mean, we are I think going to a new car next year anyway. But this place is it's very very tight.
Yeah,
And
it's fun though.
so it was a good run though. We love having you up in the booth.
Yes, sir. I
Little
appreciate it, guys.
chat.
Hopefully, I can do it more next year, next season.
Well, we'll gladly await and see.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was the driver number 8, finishing third here tonight, Brandon Richardson. And guys, we're gonna start with you, TJ. Run down your thoughts of the race tonight.
I mean, if this obviously Will Cloud didn't win the money, it is what it is. You know, it was fun following him tonight in his adventures, but now that is off the table, the focus comes back on the championship, and he should, be the point leader for that. I'm just trying to roll, I'm looking at the point standings here and rolling through. Warnicki had trying to find him here, the 16th finishing, I think, after it was all said and done. So he's going to lose a ton of points. Lingerfelt not here. Michael Steele ended up
10th after all
10th.
that. After all those issues, he comes back and finishes 10th.
Brady Floyd's going to get an 8th. I mean, Devin Smith. How many did they take? Did they take the top 10?
No, I think they took the top 7 or 8.
So
Hold
we're
on,
talking.
I'm finding it now. Hold.
Devin Smith was 6th in the points. He
They took
had a
top 8. Top 8.
22nd. Brett Murphy. Brett Murphy actually might have. He had a pretty good night here as it shook out. He's going to come away with a 9th.
Yeah.
And then
Devin Smith took a horrible night.
Poor Mick was up there for a good majority of the back half of the race for Farron, running for Farron, Elam, and he's going to end up with like an 18th. So really only a few guys, up in the front. I mean, Will Cloud got a 2nd place, and then, you're talking like 8th, 9th, and 10th are your next point guys. I mean, it's going to the points are going to separate here going to Kentucky.
Yeah, and Kentucky's a cutoff race. So you
I
gotta think about
assume
that.
they're going to cut down 4.
Last year they cut down to final 5, so
they'll either be cutting 2 or 3 out. And I mean, poor Mick was there in position to capitalize and just it went away from him, but Brett would have gained, likely moved himself out of that position. The 95 certainly did not help his case any. Brady helped. I mean, it's going to be real tight. I'm very interested to see the points headed into Kentucky.
yeah, I'm excited to see what the point standings look after everything gets tallied up. Ryan, kind of final thoughts before we close up shop tonight.
It's been hectic. It's been chaos. It's been mayhem for the last 4 weeks. Going to Kentucky, hopefully some of it gets cleaned up. I'm hoping for that. I'm looking forward to this final stretch. We already talked about the points change and leads and everything else. But as much things has changed, things still seem to stay the same because Will Cloud's always at the top of the board.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun watching him go from back to almost front, back to back. I feel like he passed the most cars under green tonight, and I'm pretty sure that's a very safe bet. Made it very interesting. For the most part, out of, I think, one incident, they were all clean. I think there was one mistake where he ended up getting an EOL, causing a caution. But fantastic race. There, unfortunately, were a lot of cautions, but the battles side by side on these restarts were absolutely phenomenal. And Dustin Dean not having to pit whatsoever. It's a strategy call you go into the race thinking about, and then seeing what is going on throughout the race, you make the call, and Dustin stays out, wins the race. Teammate, the driver of the 19, Brandon Dunford, pit, thinking people were going to start getting wrecked out and, you know, everybody's going to need to come to the pit. He's going to end up finishing 2 laps down and being in multiple incidents. So, you know, Dustin Dean with a gutsy call, not pitting at all throughout the race. Will Cloud with a very strong car. And then Brandon Richardson, you know, up those 7 positions from where he started to finish 3rd. Very consistent within that top 5 all night. Can't wait to see what Kentucky brings. But do you guys have anything else to throw out?
I think Kentucky's just really a unique track, and hopefully the yellow problem we've had goes away. At least it's certainly wide enough where they should be able to spread out, hopefully.
And I think Kentucky's a multiple lane track too, so we'll see it next week right here on the channel. Going to be going live at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time next Monday. For Ryan, TJ, I'm AJ. Take care. See you next Monday. Next broadcast is tomorrow night, the National Sim Group Cup Series. We'll see you there if you want to watch more NASCAR. Peace out, everybody.
AJ, you need a bar of soap.
I'm aware of that. I'm fully aware of that. Thanks, Fry.
Alright.
It's okay. I got my little change jar.
Change? It needs to be dollar
Right.
bills.
I'm not made of money. Bye, everybody.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.